the car up and was trying to them. So I asked him if he was okay, where he was, and he's like, there's a car coming behind him, like hiding. He was like, there's some, yeah, he's like, yeah, there's some, I think they're still out here or something. So I'm like, are you okay? He's like, I'm okay. I said, well, where are Zach and Juvie? And he said, I don't know if they're in the car. I think they're...
After years of legal uncertainty and multiple court delays, the news the hip-hop world has been waiting for is finally here. YNW Melly is officially set to be released in 2025. This revelation comes directly from new court filings, confirming that the Florida Department of Corrections has quietly updated Melly's release timeline, sending shockwaves through the music industry and reigniting massive debates on social media. Since his arrest in 2019 for the double murder of two close associates, Melly's legal journey has been filled with twists, retrials, and high-profile courtroom moments. Despite being denied bond on several occasions and facing 2 mistrials, the possibility of a release date always lingered in the background, until now.
He was.
YNW Melly's mom has announced that she's going to be starting her own. And I got to be honest with y'all, man, like, this is perplexing. The reason why it's perplexing is because I can't understand why she's doing this. Your son is fighting for his life. How much, you know, there's certain mothers in hip hop, and you probably could name a few, I won't name all of them, that I feel like their son became stars, but they also wanted to be stars as well. Blueface's mom is one of them. Situation between Melly's mom and Melly, I always thought was interesting, but I never thought she'd be doing this. If you're wondering if she's doing this for me.
According to official records, the updated timeline reflects significant legal developments following his latest pre-trial hearing, where Melly's defense team successfully argued that the prosecution failed to meet key evidentiary requirements. Legal analysts are calling this a major turning point, with some noting that it signals a soft pivot in the state's case strategy. Not only is Melly expected to be released in 2025, but sources also indicate that his legal team is now working on securing an early transitional custody program, which could move him to a lower security facility later this year. The buzz around Melly's release has ignited reactions from fans, fellow artists, and critics alike, each weighing in on what this moment means for the rapper's future and for the justice system itself.
Inside the car.
3. From the driver's side back seat.
As to the shot that Christopher Thomas, where did that name from?
Driver's side back seat.
Oh.
My determination was that this is not a drive-by, and it's based upon this picture here at a stationary position when all but one of these rounds are going in. The one round that has some movement in it, which is round site L here.
Without this key piece of forensic evidence, the defense contends that the case lacks the necessary structure to proceed as charged. This courtroom revelation may not just affect the bond hearing, it could reshape the entire legal strategy for both sides. As the hearing date approaches, attention is turning to how the judge will respond to the defense's argument and whether this will finally lead to a pivotal change in YNW Melly's incarceration status. This case, long marked by delays and legal complexities, may be on the verge of a major turning point.
Melly still turned regardless of what happened this early morning. He's still out here being very positive. Turned still. Hey! But no, still turned, regardless of what happened. You already know.
She later posted a heartfelt message on Facebook on February 9th, thanking her family and friends, saying, "To my village, thank you. I love you all so much. God's plan, not mine." Although she reportedly disliked the way the media covered her release, she expressed gratitude for being out.
Decided to break the internet the other day. You're saying that you're YNW Melly's mom and you're about to hit fans.
Why not? You make money while you sleep, and I turned 40 this year. Why not do something crazy?
Did you start it yet, though?
What? My only? Yeah.
How much you made the first day? I just need to know the first day.
The first day was pretty epic. It was pretty epic.
Give me a ballpark figure.
Like 40-ish, 50.
One day?
Vaughn, who tragically passed away, was said to have later mentioned the information to O Block members, an act that now appears to have made its way into official testimony. This unexpected leak has now become a critical component of the prosecution's new strategy as the case barrels toward a potentially game-changing bond hearing. As the investigation into the YNW case deepens, the structure behind the collective has taken center stage. YNW wasn't simply a group of friends making music. It operated as a business under the YNW LLC banner. This included income streams from concerts, merchandise, and promotional deals, all managed under a central account. Originally, all earnings were split equally 4 ways. However, as time went on, Melly reportedly grew frustrated. He believed that Sackhazer and Juvie weren't contributing enough to justify receiving a full share of the profits. This internal dispute is where prosecutors believe the motive began to form. In court filings, prosecutors referenced Melly's private frustrations, noting that if Melly had confided in King Von, who was known for his hardline responses to betrayal, the advice would have likely escalated the situation rather than resolved it. Then came the most incriminating discovery.
From his mother.
And who is that?
Christopher Thomas.
Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat, if you can identify for the jury?
He got in the back seat on the right hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Janelle.
And you can try them together. It is to the benefit of the state to try them together. Just more efficient. You don't have to do things again and again. Do it all at once. And also, you get a better chance of having them incriminate each other during the trial. It benefits the defense to sever it. That way they can point the finger at each other and get away with it. So this is what's going on. But I don't think it should be automatically severed because the state is seeking penalty for Melly, because it's only the penalty phase of the trial that would be different, not the guilt phase. The guilt phase, it's the same. They're both capital crimes. You're seeking the penalty on one, not the other, but that goes into the second part of the trial, the penalty phase, only if Melly is found.
Just hours after the double homicide, Melly allegedly sent a text message that prosecutors describe as a clear admission. While the exact contents remain under seal, officials characterized it as damning. The prosecution claims it significantly undermines the defense's theory that the shooting was a drive-by. Additional data retrieved from Melly's phone uncovered a deeply unsettling video. In footage taken from a Facebook Live session, Melly and Cortland Henry, aka Bortland, were seen filming a music video in a parking lot just 6 hours after the incident occurred. Despite the loss of 2 close friends, neither of them appeared affected. The prosecutor described the scene as eerily devoid of remorse. That wasn't the only bombshell. As physical evidence from the vehicle was reintroduced, the prosecution emphasized that the bullet trajectories and blood spatter patterns inside the Jeep pointed to an internal shooting, not an external attack. This finding directly conflicts with Melly's original claims of a drive-by ambush. Then came the moment that shifted the courtroom's energy entirely. YNW Juvie's mother took the stand and gave testimony that stunned observers. She identified the back left seat occupant on the night of the murders, placing a specific individual in the exact location believed to be critical in the fatal shootings. Her statement, delivered under oath, has now emerged as a possible turning point in the case, one that could dramatically alter the path forward for both the defense and the prosecution.
And his response was, "I did that," and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02 from Eastern Standard Time. The YNW Melly count says what?
After that, SHH.
However, the defense anticipated this exact tactic. As far back as the original trial, Melly's legal team laid the groundwork by suggesting Bortlen was the primary party responsible. The opening statements in the original trial made it clear. The defense intended to argue that Bortlen had lied to authorities, misled investigators, and possibly acted alone. Key evidence supporting this theory includes gunshot residue found on Bortlen's hands, a detail forensic experts are expected to revisit and break down again in painstaking detail. Additionally, records show Bortlen was seated near YNW Juvie and YNW Sackchaser at the time of the shooting. But despite this, Bortlen has never taken the stand in his own defense, leaving the door wide open for speculation. Following Melly's mistrial, the tension between the co-defendants seemed to grow. On the same day the mistrial was declared, Bortlen posted a cryptic tweet, "Mind games don't work on people like me," followed by a handshake emoji. The message led many to believe Bortlen was signaling either defiance or an agreement behind the scenes. Meanwhile, outside the courtroom, attention shifted toward Melly's family. His mother made headlines after launching a fan account in support of her son during his ongoing trial. In a surprising interview, she explained her reasoning and revealed how the account generated significant income, an unexpected side story that exploded across social media and captured the attention of outlets like DJ Academics. Still, despite the public distractions and speculation, the legal pressure continues to build.
But still,
That he spent a lot of money on lawyers. Like an amount that would probably...
That kid spent a lot of money on a lot of things that shouldn't have been spent on.
Really? Like what else?
And cars, jewelry. And he's not even out to wear the jewelry. I'm like, why are you buying jewelry? You're not here to wear the jewelry.
No, definitely lawyers are probably the best thing you can spend
That's
money
what
on.
bro. But
Yeah.
he's good with lawyers, bro. Like, money ain't an issue for lawyers. Like, he's fine, but it's just like, it was a lot of stuff that should have went to lawyers that he didn't spend on lawyers. And I'm like, bro. And now it's like, he don't even want to change.
Now, with a bond hearing set and a possible release on the horizon, the outcome remains uncertain. Whether Melly walks free or stands trial again under more pressure than ever, the next few months will define not only the future of his career, but the impact of justice and media on high-profile cases like this. One thing is certain, the final chapter has not yet been written, but every move from this point forward will shape how history remembers YNW Melly. If you followed the story this far, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest developments. Turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next in this landmark case.